We enter a world on the verge of collapse with World War Z. News sources refer to a mystery virus spreading quickly. Individuals are evolving into frightening, hostile beings. The rise of the undead surprises everyone. Starring former UN investigator Gerry Lane is Brad Pitt. When the pandemic breaks out, he is retired and enjoying his family. He is forced to take action once more as the threat becomes direct and personal. The film is excellent at creating a sense of urgency and panic throughout the world. Scenes from around the globe and news clips depict the chaos that is occurring. A desperate struggle for existence is hence set in motion by this. Gerry Lane recognizes the seriousness of the situation right away. Every second matters because the world is about to end. People infected with the infection become fast-moving, ruthless zombies. Those creatures are forces of nature, not merely threats. These aren't the slow undead from old horror films. They are agile, fast, and very lethal. These creatures have a swift pace and leaping ability, driven by a primitive hunger. Because of their unparalleled aggressiveness, every interaction is a fight for survival. Gerry is enlisted by the government for a vital task. He is the ideal person to handle this extraordinary situation because of his qualifications and expertise. He has to tour the globe in an attempt to find the outbreak's origin. His trip is dangerous and takes him through dangerous places like isolated, barren regions and the busy streets of big towns. He bears the responsibility for humanity's destiny. His every choice may spell the difference between life and death. He travels among swarms of infected and is always in peril. Every encounter puts his determination and resourcefulness to the test. The action scenes have a visceral and intense quality. Viewers are kept on the edge of their seats by the realistic sense of realism brought by the choreography and special effects. There's an overpowering sense of fear because of how many zombies there are. The stress is increased by their unrelenting pursuit, which escapes appear nearly impossible. Gerry is racing against the clock to find a solution, and the movie keeps up a fast pace throughout. There are enormous stakes and every instant is crucial. We embark on a global tour with World War Z. The range is enormous, spanning from the congested streets of Philadelphia to the barren regions of South Korea. Every area offers different difficulties and horrifying zombie encounters. The suspense in the film is effectively built. The minutes just before a zombie onslaught are frequently the scariest. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, as there is a tangible quiet before a mob descends. The directors evoke a feeling of desperation and claustrophobia. The protagonists are in constant danger, whether they are fleeing a packed city or being imprisoned in a small area. A powerful performance by Brad Pitt in action. Brad Pitt does a good job portraying Gerry Lane. He does a convincing job of capturing the character's tenacity and inventiveness. Pitt throws himself into the part from the opening sequence, giving the audience a real sense of Gerry's desperation and commitment. His skill at expressing nuanced emotions through body language and small facial gestures is just amazing. Pitt gives the part a credible ferocity on screen, even though it may not be as emotionally taxing as some of his earlier roles. His eyes have a story of their own, full of a mixture of optimism and terror. Viewers are glued to their seats because of the way he handles dangerous circumstances. Driven by a passion to defend his family and mankind, Gerry is a man of action. His character is given more depth by this dual motive, which also makes his acts and sacrifices more meaningful. The viewer may relate to his steadfast devotion to his loved ones with ease. In the action scenes, Pitt's charisma and strength really come through. Every chase and combat scene is believable and exciting because of his physical prowess. Even in situations when things go hectic, his dominating presence keeps him at the center of attention. We support him in his fight against insurmountable obstacles. Despite the enormous obstacles he must overcome, Pitt's performance suggests that Gerry's unbreakable spirit will not be easily broken. For the audience, his tenacity becomes a source of inspiration. Strong performances are also given by the supporting characters. Every performer adds a distinct element to the story, elevating the narrative as a whole. Their interactions with Pitt's character deepen and engross the plot by adding dimensions. Mireille Enos is excellent in the role of Karen, Gerry's wife. Her performance captures the essence of a lady in a difficult situation and is sincere and emotional. Her and Pitt's chemistry gives their relationship more genuineness. Despite having little on-screen time, she has a strength and vulnerability to the part. Enos's character is memorable and essential to the plot because of her capacity to capture intense emotions in tiny bursts of time. Beyond typical zombie fare, a fresh perspective. World War Z stands out from other zombie movies in several ways, offering a unique take on the genre that captivates audiences. First, the sheer scale of the outbreak is unlike anything seen before. The movie doesn't just focus on a single city or country, it portrays a truly global apocalypse. Entire cities are overrun by the undead, creating a sense of urgency and chaos that is palpable throughout the film. The movie differs from standard zombie fare with its emphasis on tension and action. Dramatic character events and high-stakes situations propel the story. Despite some graphic scenes, the focus is on the protagonist's struggle to survive. The stakes seem quite serious, and there is a noticeable sense of anxiety. Viewers are kept on the edge of their seats by the exciting and horrifying fast-paced action scenes. Lastly, World War Z makes an effort to firmly establish the realism of its narrative. The movie explores the human side of the situation rather than focusing solely on shock value. The film examines the social and political repercussions of a worldwide pandemic, and the characters are likable. It poses concerns about administration, humanity, and survival. This gives the genre a depth that is frequently lacking, turning World War Z from a zombie movie into an insightful story about society breakdown and human resiliency. Ultimately, was it worth your time? An exciting and gripping zombie film, World War Z presents a novel viewpoint on the genre. Action and horror lovers will enjoy this film for its powerful action scenes, global appeal, and Brad Pitt's strong performance. The voyage is unquestionably interesting, even though some people may find the end to be a little underwhelming. World War Z is an excellent zombie film if you're searching for one that will have you on the edge of your seat.